Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel where we'll simplify Java concepts for you. Today we'll learn about double data type to store decimal numbers. Let's get started. So far we have learned that char takes 2 bytes, integer data type takes 4 bytes and long takes 8 bytes of memory, and double takes almost the same amount of memory, which is 8 bytes. Now to store decimal numbers we can use both float and double, but because double variables can store digits up to 15 decimal places, so they are used mostly than float. And here are a few real life examples where the double data type is commonly used due to its need for precision and range. Okay, yeah, so we'll see. Okay, first, financial applications. In financial applications, precision is crucial, especially when dealing with interest rates, currency conversion, and large transactions. For instance, calculating compound interest or handling large sums of money can require the precision that double offers. And we can also use double data type in scientific applications, which often require handling very large or very small numbers, such as in physics, chemistry, and even astronomy. For example, calculating the distance between celestial objects or the decay of radioactive materials. So, in short, we can use double data type where we require a high degree of precision. And here is a warning that I must tell you right now, that never ever use integer data type for mathematical calculations. Now, you must be wondering why. It's because of its limitations in precision and range. And as I have covered in my previous videos, int data type cannot handle decimal values. Suppose if we try to divide 4 by 2, that's perfectly fine and we'll get the desired output as 2. But if we try to divide 5 by 2, the output that we expect is 2.5. But if we try to store this value in an integer variable, the decimal value will be lost. Let's see this in action. So I'll go to Eclipse, and what I'll do is, so I have this class ready with me. I'll simply press enter and I'll type int result equal to 5 by 2 semicolon, and then I'll use sysout. I'll do control and space as a shortcut. Okay, so I'll do result here. Alright, so I'll hit save, and if I'll run this particular code, I'll right click on run as and Java application. Okay, so I get this output as 2. It's because firstly the value on the right hand side will be evaluated irrespective of whether the result variable is of type integer or double or whatever. Now, since both 5 and 2 are integers, so 5 divided by 2 will return 2 and not 2.5. So the fractional part will be discarded when both the numbers are of integer data type. So we are left with 2, and that's what we are storing into the result variable. And this is not something that we want. Now, if we change this int data type to double, let me change it. Okay, so, and if I run this program again, I'll do command S to save. I'll right click, run as Java application. So this time I get the output as 2.0. So again, 5 will be divided by 2 and both are integers this time. And so just like previously, it will discard the fractional value, which is 0.5, and the result is now 2, which will be assigned to a double variable. But the value 2 is not of type double, it's of type integer. So internally Java will convert this integer value 2 to double value 2. So it becomes 2.0, like we have got this output. And this is also not what we want. So in order to perform the correct division, we have to use at least one of the values as a double value. So let's change 5 to 5.0. Okay, so let's save this code and I'll run it. I'll simply click on this green icon. Now we get the desired output as 2.5. So we can also do, I'll remove 0.0 from here, and this time I'll do 2.0. Now if we rerun the code, we'll again get the output as 2.5. Alright, but if we change double to integer data type, now we'll get an error. Let's see. I'll change this double to int, and we are getting this error. So I'll bring my mouse here and it says type mismatch, cannot convert from double to int. Okay, it's because we can store a double value inside an integer value because it leads to loss of precision. So we cannot store a double value to integer. Okay, so in order to make this work, we need to convert this value to integer to store it inside the result variable. Alright, so this is how we'll do, and this is called typecasting. I'll do like this. I'll do int. Okay, and I'll do brackets here and brackets here as well. Alright, so this is called as typecasting, wherein we are actually converting this output to this integer, and we'll cover this in depth in a later video, so don't worry about all this typecasting for now. Okay, for now let me revert it back. I'll do command Z. Okay, right, now we can also store one of the values in a double variable and then we can simply perform the division. So what I can also do is I'll do double result equal to 5 divided by 2.0. I'll do system.out.println of result, and I'll also create another double variable called money, let's say, and I'll store value of 9 inside it, and I'll do sysout, I'll do control and space, hit enter, and I'll do money here. Okay, so I'll save my code, and if I'll run this program, I get this output as 9.0. Okay, so what I can do is let me divide it by 2. I'll set save, I'll click on run. So this time I get the output as 4.5. Alright, so let's debug this code and what's really happening, we'll see. So I'll put a breakpoint on line 6 and on line 10. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll right click, I'll click on debug as Java application. Okay, so it says I want to confirm perspective switch, so I'll click on the switch button. So it has switched my perspective to debug view, and I can see this debug also, debug mode here with this debug toolbar. Okay, so we are now in debugging mode. So my code is running, but currently it is paused at line number 6 below because of this green line. Observe the variables tab. This is the variables tab. I can't see any result and money variables yet because we haven't executed line 6 and 9 yet. Okay, now I'll click on the continue button, this button. So this time I have executed both these lines, which is result and money. I can see these variables result and money here with these current values, which is 2.5 and 9.0. Okay, and they are both decimals even if we have stored integers inside them. It's because Java internally converts them to a double data type and adds a decimal at the end. Now, money variable contains a double value. Okay, so this time the division by 2 will happen correctly and we'll get the desired output, which is 4.5. So if I'll click on this run, I'll get this desired output as 4.5. Perfect. So I'll close the debug tab, I'll close it, and I'll change my perspective back to Java. So I'll click on window, I'll click on perspective, open perspective and Java. Okay, so this is my earlier perspective. So let's add one more println method where we'll divide 10.0 by 3. So what I'll do sysout, control space, hit enter, and I'll do 10.0 by 3. Okay, so I'll save my code, I'll run. Okay, so I'll get the output as 3.33 something. Okay, so notice that this time we are seeing 16 decimal digits because of this double data type. So to recap, for decimal values, double is the default data type and we should never use integer data type for mathematical calculations. Okay, because integer data type cannot hold decimal numbers. So we should always use double for mathematical operations. Here's a small quiz that I have prepared for you specifically for practice. It has 3 questions. Please do attempt it. I'll put this quiz inside the notes. I'll switch to VS Code and here is the code. Alright, yeah, so this is your quiz. And before I wind up, I just wanted to share that majority of us are beginners in Java. So we are learning each and every topic in a structured way in this complete Java course. It will take you some time to grasp, but with continued practice, you will gain confidence and that's how anyone becomes an expert. We all start as beginners. I would request you to access these detailed notes which you can refer to in future as a reference. So here's a Java playlist that I have created specifically for you that you can refer. Okay, and you can even bookmark it in your browser for easy access. So that's it for this video. In case you haven't checked out my earlier videos, I would recommend you to watch them as all these videos are structured and it's a full-fledged Java course from scratch. And all these videos also come with detailed notes which you can refer to, refresh on the topics, and I'm sure you'll love them and feel free to download them. And I hope you have liked this particular video. Please like it if you found it valuable. It gives me happiness to see that people are getting value from my effort. Also, this actually helps this video to rank higher as per the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing for more technical content. And if you're liking my teaching style, please do share it on LinkedIn or with your friends, and stay tuned and happy learning. Piyush Gupta, your virtual coach, signing off.